and he was walking home. And you always have to walk around the cemetery to get anywhere you want to go in town. So anyway, it started to rain. And he came up to the cemetery and he was thinking, I'll go around, but man, the rain's starting to get heavy. I'm just going to run through the cemetery. It'll be quicker if I just go straight through the cemetery. So he starts through the cemetery and the rain gets harder. And then the lightning starts coming.
You hear the thunder?
Lightning and thunder. So he's going through the cemetery and he starts hearing a noise.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's walking and it's dark and the clouds are starting to get around him and the rain is coming down and the thunder and lightning and this is getting louder and louder. Finally, he gets to a point where he looks over and he sees a coffin that's like standing up against the grave. And he's looking at the coffin as he's walking by, and all of a sudden, the coffin starts jumping and following him. The coffin is jumping.
Stop it!
So he looks at the coffin and he gets really scared and he starts to run. But the coffin speeds up. It's bouncing after him. And he's running and and that coffin is still behind him. So he's running and running and running. And the coffin keeps getting closer and closer to him. It's jumping along behind him. So finally, he gets to his house and he's fumbling with the door and the coffin's getting closer and closer and closer. Finally, he gets open the door and he shuts it and he runs upstairs. And then he hears bam, bam, bam on the door. And the coffin is just beating against the door to get in and follow him. So finally, crash, the door opens and the coffin comes in and is jumping up the stairs to come get to him. And he busts open the door in his room and he's terrified. He looks at the coffin. And he doesn't know what to do, and he sees a bottle of Robitussin on the table. He takes it, throws it at the coffin, and the coffin stopped.
The coffin stopped.
A guy at work told me that, and I said, I wish I had the last 5 minutes of my life back. And then I went home that night and I was lying in bed and I just started laughing out loud thinking about that joke. This is how silly it was.